We're leaving it up to Chica this pleasant, whatever time it is. And for the people who miss the morning gym time, I want to direct your attention to a certain live video called Rope Climb. Oh my, the rope climb. I need to direct your guys' attention to that video on our page once you get time. Big up Abby first on the drum, man.
She was sitting waiting.
I need to direct your guys' attention to a video. Rope climb. Chica J and them guys. Boom. So, we inside Big Up England first, foremost.
Yes.
And we inside. But after that session right now, people fall asleep. But you know we have to.
Yeah, we'll sleep.
Yeah, man. So if you look at this on YouTube, feel free to hit that notification bell. If you're looking at this on Facebook, like and share this live. And I really need you all to look at that live from this morning. We was in the gym.
Yes.
Burn team was back out this morning. Calling, book the place, thing. You know, different now. You had a book and you had a
set appointment.
Yeah. So the whole team wasn't outside, but a good bit of the team was outside. And we had that time.
The sweats was on, the burn was real.
So the topic for today, them and those who would be listening, is the topic chicks?
In-laws.
In-laws or in...
Do you love them or hate them? So today it's all about discussing the relationships you have with your in-laws.
This is interesting. In-laws, people, love them or hate them? In-laws is the topic. Feel free to utilize the WhatsApp option. You can call in via WhatsApp or send your voice notes.
Yes.
So feel free to send your highs and your best wishes and all your crazy stuff. And Chica will be posting the number in which you guys can utilize the WhatsApp function. So the topic for today is in-laws, hate them or love them. It's gonna be interesting. The point section is here and we're gonna just chill and have another discussion about us in this time. Big up Candy Barbara on the live. Long time no see.
Yes, Candy was hiding.
So guys, feel free to utilize the WhatsApp option.
Yes.
You can send your voice notes or you guys can send or call us in and we will be live with you guys.
Live and direct. Yes, so it is in the comment section.
The number is there to be used.
Yes, and if it is, you are not seeing it, it is 1868
Yes.
346 0730.
Nicely. Greetings and salutations.
Yes.
And I want to tell you guys that the guys felt a little rough today. If you want to know how their ego was bruised, go on the live, people, and check out the video this morning with the rope climb. Last lap we call it. Burn team was in Raw Fitness and we had a time. You know, we want to thank Raw Fitness for accommodating our wild behavior. Not much gyms accommodate us, sadly.
It is a nice gym, big up.
So, Candy Barbara, Abby, all who on the line. The topic for today is in-laws, hate them or love them.
And we know that, well, firstly, let us start off with what is an in-law. And this is a person who is related to another by marriage. So remember, marriage is illegal
Oh, here we go.
thing. So when people say, that's my in-law, you're not even engaged. And they're talking about, that's my in-law, and then the next week, right? So, in-law, so it's in the law abiding
So I
relationship.
would always say that, not everyone is married. So
Yeah, not everyone is married.
it would be that the person you're trying to get a little more serious with, how do their parents receive you? How do the parents treat you, whether it be your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, or your father-in-law?
Your cousin-in-law.
It's all kind of in-law at this present junction. Yeah? So people feel free to utilize the WhatsApp, and we're gonna dive in.
Yes. So we have listed 9 common in-law problems. The problems that people normally face
Appa.
when they are in serious relationships with their in-laws.
So we're starting off.
Yes. So you may have an in-law that is too controlling. Yes, and when we start off with this, let me tell you. So before the live, we just have some discussions, right?
Yeah, before the live.
Yeah. And when it is I thought about life, and when persons, talk about in-laws, most times you'll hear them talking about mother-in-law or sister-in-law.
Interesting.
Those female.
The female side of the law?
Yeah, the female side of the law. You hear a lot of complaints about the female side of the law for whatever reason. And it would be nice if some persons can shed light on
Some person shed light.
yeah, if they can shed some light on their experiences and share their experiences with their in-laws.
Or
Because-
in-laws to be. Most
Or
of the time it
in-laws
might
to
be
be.
in-laws to be.
right? In-laws to be.
So in the WhatsApp section, Chika will check the WhatsApp to see. Yes, at the WhatsApp section, feel free
Yes.
to place in the WhatsApp section some of what you have come across. You're dealing a girl, or you're getting into a relationship with a guy, and you meet the parents. So it's like you meet the parents. So it's an in-law in the making.
Yes.
And some of us have some stories of what happened when they meet the parents. So it would be nice to hear if
Some
your
stories.
story time. Well, you hear my story time at the pleasant. My story time with in-laws. I still going through problems with it's a struggle, people.
Yeah. So, too
We will-
controlling.
Yeah,
That
so
is
one
point
is
one.
too
Right?
controlling.
And in this point, we find that where the problem lies is with the mother-in-laws.
Right, the
Yeah.
female side of the law.
Really the mother-in-law who, tries to control whether it is, and this is the other part of it too, where it's normally controlling because it's the son. Yes, that's
Oh
where
my.
I find it. Yeah, and they want to control the relationship, say what to do, how to go about life, how to do this. They want to control child's marital relationship, the child's marriage.
So people, as you know, coming in the live, big up yourself, Natty.
Natty.
And there's our extra.
Yes.
Read all about it. The topic for today is in-laws, hate them or love them. Use the word scenario.
And seeing that is the devil so nuts.
Feel free.
You know what? We want a voice note. Give us a voice note today.
That woman married plenty years. Like, don't put no trouble in the next thing they say. Share that voice note. Man talking to me.
She doesn't say what she has to say in the comment section. Yeah.
So in the WhatsApp section, feel free. It's story time.
Yes.
Let us hear some of the craziness that take place. And send it in the WhatsApp voice note. Or you could call.
Or you can call.
So Natty, you could call. Don't feel we have things in we, you know. We handling long distance cause the fight. Right? So I think everybody have a little story. Some people have good stories.
Yes,
some people could
have
say,
really good stories.
My mother-in-law is like a mother. And they will go on and on and it's like better than my mother. But you know, you know, so it have good.
Yes.
And the father kind of cool with everything. The father's kind of like the cool cat.
Yeah.
Unless you either hit the daughter or something. It had to be something for him to really, or you know, she crying all the time, or then he would get in. But most of the times, father-in-law just kind of take a back seat and everybody beg and to make their own decisions. So people, we're waiting for the stories we're going to point to as we're waiting.
Yeah. The next one is where you have in-laws that are rude or unfriendly. So you know, so you don't have those that watch you up and down. Yeah, really scrutinizing.
Proper scrutiny.
They don't even, want to, see you in their presence. There are some who will come out with great because they don't like you for whatever reason. They may say, well, they had like the person who their son, daughter, sister, brother was with before. All of us, and it has happened in real life. So when we look at movies, and people are laughing, this thing has happened in real life. We have where they try to set up with somebody else, and because the person did not, right, who don't want them to be with, is a problem. So they are unfriendly. They are rude to that person, because sometimes they even try to get them out. They don't want rude or unfriendly.
So if you're not joining the live, it's Burn Team, man. I want to direct your attention to the rope climb this morning with Chika Jan and boys and fail, right? So big up yourself, Burn Team boys, we are really taking. So the topic for today is in-laws. Hate them or love them. Send in your stories. We have the WhatsApp button on our page. And we place the number in the comment section. You could send your WhatsApp, we'll play it on air, or you could call in via WhatsApp, and all of us will have a nice conversation in real time-ish. So point, we moving along, man.
Yes, point to the re. Treating your spouse or your partner as if they are a child. So we have some parents, that will always be my baby, that will always be my child, whatever they see. And they treat their child like a child still, and they are not a child. So they want to do everything for them. They still want to come and wash their clothes. They still want to cook all the food. So you might be living in an ex-house. If it is even where, in terms of making decisions, they want their son or daughter to come to them to help make those decisions.
So in the voice note section, the WhatsApp section, feel free to share your guys' stories about in-laws. Now, it could be good, I'm only hearing negative, so I'm trying to lean more into the good. And if you have some crazy stories, feel free
to share the crazy stories.
Big up Miss Bartholomew on the live. Big up Natty on the live. Big up Miss Patricia on the live. Mrs. Sicharan. And big up Abby from England on the live. I'm still waiting to hear the voice note.
Yes.
You just look forward to it, man. So in-laws is a tricky, touchy situation. And some people have negative vibrations when coming to meeting the parents. I'll call it meeting the parents. You know what I mean? And some people believe that their child, no one will be good enough for their child. especially a mother who has a one son. You know the one son syndrome, you know? No one is better enough, don't matter who it is. So I know it have some pitfalls in that. And if it's daddy's little girl, well, you're in trouble. Right? So people, click share on the live. Yes. And it is about in-laws. Hate them or love them. Good experiences, bad experiences, indifferences. We want to hear from you guys. So we will be checking the WhatsApp board and be watching the message board as well.
Yes, we are.
So pleasant afternoon, evening, morning, noon, and night.
Yeah.
Point number 4.
Yeah. Some in-laws are too involved in their child's married life.
So you find that parents like to butt in into children's, in their minds as children's, relationships. And that causes a lot of issues. To the WhatsApp board.
To the WhatsApp.
Listening.
Good night, everyone. This is Abby from England,
and
you're
England.
watching Real Talk Live. Well, my experience with my ex-in-laws, it wasn't nice at all. I mean, we women know how to tolerate stuff up to a point. And there was one particular time where my ex-mother-in-law said to me, like, oh, you have to prove to us that you're not after our money. And from that statement, everything started to go downhill. It was uncomfortable, it was embarrassing, it didn't went well. And it's sad, it really is sad.
Yes, yes. Big up Abby from England, and she said good night. So you see, morning, noon, night. When so it is night time in England.
Yes.
Straight out. Yes. So we heard from Abby. Abby, we know stresses. We have Mrs.
So let us read her. She said, my in-laws wasn't that nice to me, but I put God first. Friday will make it 31 years of marriage. That's God's blessings.
So people, as I said before, we look into the people who have held on to relationships longer than the dollar was floated.
Yes.
People,
Yes.
it is talent. I would, as Mr. Teacher, I'd say blessing, but I think it's more than blessing to hold a relationship for 30 plus years. It is not as easy as it is.
Yeah.
And she's saying God's blessing, me give thanks, but it have a lot of work with the two parties involved in something like that. And now hearing that the in-laws gave her a hard time on top of the 31 years that she proved herself. And then I'll be saying, you have to prove yourself to us because the parents may be a bit affluent.
Yes.
This is what people go through. So we're glad that everyone is sharing, you know, and we're still looking forward to more people sharing. Natty, you're laughing and waiting. Send me the voice note, let me hear. Right? And it is very interesting to know that people who actually being serious about a relationship still have to go through that type of thing. And you know, some people who are not serious get like easy. Mommy like them, daddy like them, but they ain't serious at all, but they just, you know. So point number 5.
Yes. There are in-laws that judge and criticize your every move.
Boy, I have stories that go up the hill. I ain't touching that.
Yeah, every move. So in the cases of women, if it is they have children, you'll find a lot of time the mother-in-law telling them, nah, that's not how it is, they're supposed to do it. Well, now people don't use diapers, so we can't say they're putting on the diaper wrong.
Our music song in the background. Chicks. What's that about diaper there?
Yeah, it doesn't have any word diaper. But they might tell you, you know, what products it should use, what time it should bathe the child. what is the type of discipline you should give your child. They might say, no, don't do it this way. Discipline them this way, this works. If they have the call, they're not taking care of them well.
So this is Burnt Team people as we enter into this new topic. In-laws, hate them or love them? What is your view? In the comment section, let us know in the WhatsApp. We have the number in the comment section.
Yes, so for those of you who missed it, it is 1-868-346-0730.
Moving
and
quickly.
Abby is saying nice music.
Quickly. So we're still throwing me on the WhatsApp in case not to be waiting.
Even so in terms of the men, a lot of time if their in-laws or in-laws to be are looking at their every move, they might talk about the work that they do. They might make complaints about even the time they get up. Yeah, so we have that too. That's across the board, the time they get up. What time they do certain activities, the activities that they are engaged in, and they may have problems and they may judge or criticize what their in-law is doing.
I'm feeling hype. I went in the gym this morning, so I don't know how this thing going. Trust this. So the topic is hate them or love them. In-laws.
In-laws.
So the people who now coming on the live, much love and thanks and share the thing. Right? We are speaking about in-laws. Place in the comment section your views on in-laws. Hate them, love them, good experiences, bad experiences. We have the WhatsApp option. Send the voice notes, people.
Make a call.
Not you happen, you hiding. Right, point number 6.
Next we have where the parent is clingy or overly attached to your significant other. And at that time it has to do with the son. Mother is greatly attached with the son. No, I'm just saying based on person's experiences. Like I just spoke about the one son or the one daughter or the princess or the prince.
The princess.
Yeah.
Don't play crazy. Coming for
So
message board.
All right, message board. So we have Sonali saying, I'm not married, but in past relationships, the in-laws were great to me. At one point, I was asked if their son worked Obia to get me.
Interesting, man. A lot of things happening in the Caribbean. I big up this Bartholomew. Guys kind of get the look, I mean, guys just get the look from the two sides. When a guy meeting the parents, mommy and daddy watching that man. As opposed to if it was a guy in the house, you only have mommy really to worry about. If it's a girl trying to get into the family, and it's a guy, it's mommy is your problem. 9 out of 10 times. Right? But when the guy trying to get into the family, he had the mother, the father, the sister, the brother, the cousin, granny.
Everybody.
Look now.
Yes.
Yeah? So again, message board. Let me hear that. Hi, did what voice notes that?
So Natty is saying, yes, many times I told my husband where I thought he should sleep because they were always in the middle. Yes, and sometimes it reaches to that because
Miss Greenwich, how you going?
Right, because you have to actually let your spouse know or let your significant other know the things that you don't appreciate. Yeah, sometimes you need to talk to them and sometimes you actually need to speak to the in-laws.
Miss Greenwich, we have a WhatsApp option so you can send a voice note or you could call us and let us know. Message board.
Right.
Miss Greenwich
so,
running heavy.
Miss Greenwich said, thankfully I have had only one bad experience with in-laws. It was when I entered an interracial relationship. Not in that relationship anymore, thank God.
Oh my.
In my current relationship, they know better. My resting face speaks volumes. Resting face, yes.
So, in reality, we are now seeing, the
Yeah.
pitfalls, and this one was interracial, so
Yeah.
you know how that go. We're not mashing any corns unless they mash me. Moving on.
Yeah. So we were talking about, and we have an ex-voice message, so we'll go to
You
the
see
voice
how we're
message.
utilizing the
Yes.
WhatsApp? Hey, trust
This is
me.
Abby, and you're watching Real Talk Live. Oh, yes, I was in that category with the one son thing and the mommy always bringing up ex-girlfriends and oh, you can't do this right, even though it was about 7 years into the relationship slash marriage. It was tough. It was really tough to be juggling, to keep him calm from they spreading their rumors about me, like, oh, I'm after the money, or I'm not good, I have no training, I can't do this stuff well, I ain't seen about the kids properly. It's been a tumble, and just thinking about it, it makes me not to go back down that road, but we'll see how it goes.
In reality, we have no control over the hearts of men or the minds of people who are ignorant towards the truth. So you may be a good person. People are always going to come at you. People are always going to misunderstand you. People are always going to find fault in you. No, I think marriage is really marrying the family too. It is be hard because, especially when problems arise, the family is the unit to keep the thing together. And if the family doesn't like you, then you stand a good chance of that thing coming apart, because first thing the in-laws will say is, didn't I tell you the person wasn't adequate? Didn't I tell you? And instead of they trying to help and mediate, they are now a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Moving on, man.
Yes.
Abby, we feel you. We feel you. Keep trying. You see, I think the problem is giving up. There is something good out there for all men, all women. So, sometimes I had to kiss a lot of frogs before. Sometimes you had to go through a lot of pain before. Maybe it will allow you to appreciate the good when it comes. Yes?
Yes.
Quickly.
So next we have no respect for privacy. Yes. So some persons, they may be living with their in-laws.
Anybody on the live living with their in-laws or in-laws to be, feel free to place in the comments or in the WhatsApp presently, like, in the in-laws home, and give us how you survive in that chaos. I can't survive. I mean, unless the in-laws really into the person, then everything's smooth. But like some of the relationships we hear in Mrs. Sicharan, we had Nati here as well, and listening to the people who in relationships and still have that scenario going on. Right? So how do you cope with that, Nati? Tell us what are some of the things you did to cope with that? Mrs. Sicharan, feel free to let us know some of the things you did to cope with it while still being in a 30+ year marriage. Because I think people on the live would like to have that type of information. Yes?
Yeah. So some in-laws have no respect for privacy. They like to dig. If it is they could check documents, they check any documents. If it is, some of them even go as far as checking the phones of their daughter-in-law or son-in-law. They're always up inside of their business.
No.
Yeah?
I mean, somebody has to let them in. Message board, man.
Right. Not saying I trying, but the bad words sneaking in the voice note. These spores of Satan made things real hard for my sons and I for many years. Up to this day, we don't speak, but now I walk to her because hubby and I stuck it out. And I do not hold any hate for them.
Well, Natty could have said that in the voice note. And if it is any time it have a bad word sneaking up, pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, again, and Natty saying up to this day, it has. Imagine after all those years of being faithful and true and going through going the distance, now you still have to, goes back to my original statement. We cannot control people's view of us. We could be the most decent person doing all the right things and still there'd be somebody who would look for something to say. And being in a family now that not seeing your potential, it is hard. Yes? And feel free to use the WhatsApp button.
Yes.
Moving on.
Next we have the drum sensitive in-laws. Yes, so it have those who does come up with the son-in-law, the daughter-in-law saying things that hurting their feelings. And they will twist it and say it in a type of way. Yeah?
I have seen crazy things happening in this world. I know sinking in Natty statement balling spawns of seed.
That means it's real bad.
Hello. And to rise above that, it is good,
Yeah.
you know, but still sad that people still have to go through these things just to have a proper relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, is there anyone who is living in their in-laws' house? And if so, looks like it's not. Because I would like to know, living with that, how you guys make it. Miss Burn team, man, feel free to utilize the WhatsApp button. Natty, I am waiting on the WhatsApp button. Miss Greenwich are still waiting to hear the WhatsApp voice. I mean, the voice still the same now. Yeah? Moving along, man.
Yes, and then we have where they try to turn you against each other.
Oh, let me be careful with
So this, you see where Abby was speaking about the rumors.
that. Yeah.
Your partner has to know you. If your partner knows you and trusts you, he'll be able to come to you and ask the question. And that bond, you need to make sure that that bond is really, really strong. Because
I have a stick on crazy glue.
because in-laws can turn, because I mean, in
Listen.
terms of even talking,
Let me do say in-laws.
what we want to say?
Mommy. Here's what's going on. Ladies have to understand. The one, the son, mommy is queen. Eh? Remember, you're now coming in the dance. And some mothers feel intimidated by you as a woman getting that part of the son that she can't have. There are a lot of women now who rather just keep the son in a test tube.
True.
Right? And to drive a wedge, it is heavy in a guy. To have to, the women making you choose. Now it's easy for Chica to say, you have to know your partner. I could know my partner from now till never weary. But when mommy come and say, and she disrespect your mother? It take her not knowing, so Chica, you know what she's saying, right? Chica do not know what she's saying. The guilt, you just get, is a boy child, I know.
The guilt.
She will write the guilt and she go into the message board, but I try to
Yes.
tell you.
Yeah.
You could know that woman, love that woman, I understand that. Mommy does hold something nobody will never hold, just why I'm telling you. And from the moment she start to play that card, it is be hard on the guy, forget the woman. The woman will feel a certain way, but that boy child going and be in shambles because he had to now decide from
Yeah.
where he drawing, and then he would say, well, why all they do is sit down and get it? Because it hard. I ain't saying it right. But understand it from the guy before you start to say, your mother. Ladies, listen. You see when you're vexed, don't jump out and say, well, your mother. You see that? Don't do
Yeah.
that with a boy child. You hear me? Message board.
I come off of the message board.
Right, so we go into the WhatsApp section. WhatsApp on the
I'll
run.
be here and you're watching Real Talk Live. Oh boy, I had an experience with in-laws where they came to visit, but it felt like they came to move in. And it felt like I was part of the furniture. I wasn't needed because this woman just take over the whole house as if she's wife. Me a bit, but you know, the respect still have to be there and whatnot. You know, you're trying to keep the peace. But it didn't feel nice at all. All your opinions, all your duties, whatever, gone out the door, and then it's spin around as if you ain't doing nothing. This one doing everything, she's doing everything, and it felt like you're useless, and it feels really disgusting.
Right.
I hate it.
Very, very interesting scenarios taking place. We'll go to the message board as well. And Abby raised a very important point. Imagine in Abby's home, she felt like part of the furniture.
Yeah.
So that means the level of respect wasn't there. And I think we need to, you know, and guys too, eh? Now, fellas, at some point, you had to tell mommy what's going on. Mommy, you can't be moving like that. Respectfully, but at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because at some point you had to put your foot down and it might hurt somebody and you can't please everyone.
Exactly.
So it will always reach a point. No, it still be hard. But we'll have to reach to that point.
Vice versa, yeah? So we went to the message board to Citron. Well, I had a cussing mother-in-law.
Oh my.
Anything you did was not good enough. So one day, I told my husband that's it. And we started our home, and how much cuss I get? She the situation now. And she went on to say, you know, we run a bar in DB. So I learned to cuss too.
Mom, you tell me you have a place where we could come and take our one sip in the event it reached it. We will speak later on such things.
Yeah. So even daughters, so sometimes they have parents that try to turn you against your partner as well. So it could go both ways. It could be the son, it could be the daughter. And we find that some parents, they even your own parents too, they try to create this wedge, create a war between you and your significant other.
So the topic is hate them or love them, man.
Yeah.
How you feel in the comment section or in the WhatsApp section, feel free to put your vibes.
Yes.
We're having some difference of opinion, we're having some different scenarios, we have mostly bad. But this is the reality. This is reality. So in the WhatsApp section, feel free to place your views, what scenario you're going through with your in-laws right now, or your in-laws to be.
Yeah.
Are they good? Are they loving? Are they disrespectful? What are some of the past relationships? What did you go through when it was time to meet the parents? Moving on.
Yeah, so those were the 9 common problems that people face with their in-laws. Yeah, those are the 9 common problems.
So we need to really
learn how to address it. If it is you are faced with those type of problems, how do you address it?
How did you address this problem? And it looks like an ongoing problem.
Yeah.
Ms. Sicharan, what did you do? What did you do? Where was the point where you thought enough was enough and you had to make a change for the people who going through this type of scenario? The topic is in-laws hate them, all of them.
Yeah.
Burn team. Real Talk Extra.
Yes.
Yes? So Chika, what have you ever gone through?
No, I've never gone through
no bad things.
No bad things. I do not have all that experience. But no, I've never gone through any
I have a lot of things. I think people judge people a lot when coming to their offspring.
Yeah.
There's a lot of judgment. They watch how you dress, what color of skin you have, if it's a clean cut, if you have locks, if you is a police, if you're working on CPEP. They have all...
They're checking out your family.
Yeah.
Checking out your past, as if your past is...
Yeah.
Decide who you are.
Yeah, so as we chilling, people feel free to place your worst and your best scenario with your mother or father or yours.
On the whole.
On the whole. That'd be in the comment section or the WhatsApp. What was your best situation with your in-laws, or what was your worst situation with your in-laws? Mutual respect looks like the problem. Agreeing to disagree looks like the problem as well. Not accepting elected this person and not leaving them to make their own decisions. Trying to influence them. Trying to manipulate. I see a lot of manipulation going on in the in-law scenario. Big up Andy Miller on the live. Big up Vanessa on the live. Yeah? And the topic, Andy, is...
in-laws. And we know that Andy spoke about his in-laws in a live before when we were speaking about interracial relationships.
And the in-laws, hear them, all of them, your experience. The voice note section is there. And we're looking at the message board.
So we have Vanessa saying, never had no bad experience. I'm young in this thing called relationship.
Straight up. So I think some people have, it's a mixed vibration.
Yeah, but I realize that we have more bad than good, which is unfortunate.
More bad than good in this scenario. I tell Natty send the voice note.
She's sending all these essays.
Natty, your typing skills on point.
We live in the same yard. Upstairs, they downstairs. That's real close. That's not even in the same yard.
The same house.
Same house, right? And the sad truth is nothing changed. And there's also not much that can be done. The change started in me. I went back to school and channeled my feelings in it. Now, why you all maybe saw me laugh, but because I saw the comment to the bottom, right? This is Terrence saying, feel the burn.
Terror, how you feeling after the training this morning? Only Terror was the guy in the armrest next to Chica when he almost fall off the rope.
Terrence, see who shine the big screen, eh?
The guys really had a hard time.
Yeah, they
and running with me for 3 hours in the gym is not a walk in the park and then carrying them to kind of pull yourself up a rope was me being really, really devil's advocate.
You being devil's advocate or you being devil?
No, not yet. You understand? So big up the soldiers on the Burn Team family coming out and going through the madness with the crazy Rasta on the forefront.
Yes.
The topic is terror. In-laws, hate them or love them. Straight out. And we have been getting mixed views, but the majority is negative, which is very hard. Natty, I'm waiting on the voice note. You see your typing skills on point. I want to hear your voice. Right. So, Natty was saying that they live in the same yard, but in the same house.
Yeah, same house because
she's upstairs and
they're downstairs. The same house.
Right. So, and with that type of energy, living in the same house, Natty, I want you to tell me. Now, hear the word I say. Tell me, voice note, what do you do to deal with that on a day-to-day, month-to-month, week-to-week? How much years? Over 10 years, 15 years, 15 years? Yeah, man.
So we have Terrence saying, feeling good. The burn is always great.
You gonna tell me any more than how I'm feeling? It was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Wellness.
Right now we feeling, well, I'm lying, don't feel anything.
Why
I am
people
feeling
say that?
the effects. You don't feel anything.
Why people say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the topic is in-laws, hate them or love them. Please in the comment section the situations you go through with the in-laws or in-laws to be. And Natty is saying they're in the same yard.
Yeah.
So how you dealing with that? Yes, and I'm still waiting on Mrs. Sicharan to tell us how does she deal with it. So let's say it's an uncomfortable situation. What are some of the things you do to kind of wave it off?
Yeah, because I mean, it will even affect the relationship children have with their grandparents as well. Sometimes it goes fast where they don't even get to see their grandparents at all or build any type of positive relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Right? So, people who getting into your business, you know,
Yeah.
how you would deal with that, Chica? That's conflict management. How you going to deal with that?
So I think it will start with you. It depends on what type of control is taking place.
Right.
And it may start with you letting a partner know that you don't appreciate it. Because sometimes what happens, even as Lion spoke about okay, let me go to the message board. That's right. Terrence say, my in-laws are the greatest people on the planet. My mother-in-law does treat me like one of her blood.
That's nice. Well, at least we get good vibration.
Yes, we get a good vibration.
Because boy, it wasn't looking good enough. When we started here, madness. Yeah? So as you were saying,
yeah, you need to speak with a partner first. And Lion, he mentioned about the one son, right? And because it is hard, you need to, talk. You need to start with talking to him about things.
yeah.
That he will be able to go to the mother and say, moms, let us see if it is we could find, a common ground.
Right.
And, sometimes what takes place is because, as I said, the mother may feel left out, right? Sometimes they feel left out. They feel like they're losing rather than gaining.
True.
Yeah. To help with that is involve that in-law in activities. Don't leave them. It have certain activities, whether it be Christmas, whether it be a New Year's, whether it be a birthday. Involve them in, helping plan, not take over. It's a togetherness. Or you try to even find activities that they enjoy. And, you can, they like, let us say, watching certain sports. They might like to go and watch a game. You take them up because they know they like that. And then they'll realize, okay, this person, they understand, they have some form of understanding, right? They realize, okay, this person is trying to find some common ground. And once you're able to find common ground
Really?
in activities, I'm just saying it's something that you could try. I'm not saying that is going to totally work because it have some persons, once they
like
are
it.
set,
They don't want to
they
hear
don't
that. They don't want to
it-
you. They don't want to talk to you. They tell you
Right.
morning over somewhere there.
it have certain things that may be able to work. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody.
So what
Right.
we have been hearing, these are things that look like it's beyond.
Well, they reach far and good, so that's why we are waiting to hear what they did. But I'm talking about in the early part of the relationship. These are things that you can try.
Oh, you're all real
But
time. You know why,
if
man?
it is-
You know what I don't tell you? I had time for that. You mean I had time for that?
No, this is people who really
That's
working.
it.
Well, that came through food.
Right, go ahead.
So we're going to the voice note.
Good afternoon, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live. As me and in-laws, boy, pretty interesting topic, but I personally, I would never live under in-laws' roof. Reason being, in-laws love to macro your business more than you macroing theirs. They fail to realize that, you're married to their son or to their daughter. They still think that, the son, because the son bring you under their roof, they're reliable to tell you what they want.
Yes.
They're reliable to mess around in your business. It's no longer husband and wife business, right? They mean to say because it's no longer husband and wife business. Suddenly your business that deals with your wife becomes their business and they're studying to run their business. You understand? How to run their homes, to provide all of that. As for me as a man, have your own. So you wouldn't have to go under their roof.
That's right.
Andy, I don't like how your voice song today. Sound like you have a little run. Yeah, not the weather. Andy, I hope everything alright.
Moving along.
Yes, but he did make a good point. A lot of persons say do not ever live by your in-laws.
Sagittarius people. Yes,
What
so
happened with Sagittarius?
big up Mrs. McCalman on the live long time. Girl, if you see what going on in the go and check the gym. You miss out a whole party in that gym, girl. Yesterday was the day for it to steal. Anyhow, message
Going
board.
to the message board. Not saying not a thing, she didn't do a thing. We walk on the opposite sides of the road. If they're in the yard, I'm in my home. My kids have a relationship with them and we understand they will never like me and I will never give an ASS. Yes?
Message board running,
So-
naughty girl.
Good afternoon, Nikita Batiste.
Big up yourself. I said I late for school.
Yeah, so they're late.
And my soldiers and them running in here late in this thing.
Yes, and we have Mrs. Citron saying life is too short. Love them. When it comes to my children, they love their grandma. I struggle hard with them and I am okay now. I wasn't a negative and bad mind person.
Which is excellent. Not much of us like this on this world.
Yeah.
But I am walking on the right side of the road. Keep your side, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. At the time, man.
Alright, so Miss Greenidge is saying, I'm not going to try to make anyone like me. I don't care. I demand my respect and move along. If they jump out themselves, I'm unbothered. Voice note coming. We'll be looking out for the voice note.
That's what we talk about.
Mrs. McCalman, what has your experience been with your in-laws? It was to talk about Wayne. I hope it's the gym we're talking about next time.
Yeah, she be so the gym. But
Way
you see how the
next
gym
time.
lit. You watch the live on them, how nice it was. Waste. Yeah. So, people, you know, it go, people sharing. And the topic for today is in-laws. Hate them or love them, man. A lot of them hate it right now, man. Not much terror love in-laws.
Yeah.
Make up yourself. Right? So you can't force or make or try for someone. If they don't like it in the start, they might like it in the end. Something had to be real drastic, you know. They already made their mind up.
Yeah.
And we have to understand that in this world, they're gonna have people who just don't like you.
Yeah.
And that is how it goes. So we're looking at the
Nothing else
WhatsApp section.
Nothing else yet.
The message board is running. Ish? Yes? No? Right. So, some of the things Shika gave a nice little dissertation on how to try to get
Yeah,
the thing.
that was just one of the things. But I mean, it starts with your partner, and it have some times where you may have to actually stand up to your in-laws and let them know, hey, you need to respect.
When you stand up, make sure you have something to go.
Don't get
Don't
no,
Wait.
that's if you're not living.
Oi, hold on. When you're standing up, you must have somewhere to go to.
Yes.
Don't stand up and stay in the house.
No, not if any people help. So we have Mrs. McCalman saying, my husband, his mother-in-law, and no problems. It's about the kind of family you have and the relationship you have with them.
Yes.
And the relationship you have with your partner.
Very nice. Very
Right,
nice.
so we have WhatsApp.
Good afternoon, guys. What you doing, talk like? Yes, Mrs. I got went after taking in some heat this morning. However, this one is across the board.
Nice.
Another thing why I don't do, and I would never live under in-laws roof, is that this kind of baby thing. The daughter, you have a little argument with the daughter, they want to push them out.
That's right.
you have a little disagreement with the son, they want to push them out.
Yes,
Everything across the board, some of us want to run to mother, run to daddy. Right? And they still think that you know what you're being them.
Yes.
Right? Then you shouldn't paring. Then I personally, as a man, should not look to paring on your daughter's finger. But it's because I love your daughter, I decide to marry the daughter. Right? But the thing is, I will marry the daughter, but never to bring she under your roof. That is the thing.
Yeah, man. And yeah, as soon as there is a problem or a disagreement, they put themselves in one time. They put in the mouth, as my boy is saying. Right? They put in the mouth. And it's not your place. Because it's irregardless, it is a husband and a wife having a disagreement. It's not your place now to get into the argument and put in your 2 cents. That's not your place. And I think this is me. If in the starting, as Shika was saying, because like some people have let it fester for a long time.
Yeah.
I cannot live in a place where I have to not be at peace. I don't care where the house is. I don't care if it's lavish and I want to move out of it. I am not living in a place where I don't have any peace. So in the start of the relationship, and I realized that, all right, this is what's going on. My in-laws or her in-laws, wherever the in-laws lie. It having a riff. We holding a meeting. I like to hold meeting. I like to hold meeting. Me, my wife or whoever the partner is, we live in the same house as Natty living, right? Mommy and daddy or the in-laws, whoever, we sit down around a table and let them know what is going on. Get it out. So I will know, yeah, what's going on. I can't live here. Lover, we have to look for somewhere to go, I don't care if I had to rent. I don't care if I had to, because it has no way I live in a house. And I'm not at peace. Right? I go in and get mad. That's madness.
Yeah.
And if it is on the other side where my mother or father, whoever, not understanding, well, this is the partner right now and this is what's going on. We had to find somewhere to go. I'm not going and put her through the agony of staying there for 10, 12 years. That's madness. Look, I am not saying, I am talking for me. I am not giving anybody any advice concerning the marriage. But I like peace. If I had to pay a rent to have peace, die peace. I don't checking that money. That is dead in my book now. Than having the rent money inside and I miserable in a free home. I ain't doing that. I rather pay my money and get my peace. You dig what I'm saying? And if I am the man in the home and you married a woman and that is your wife, and you realize your mother or father or auntie or whoever living in the house and they're disrespecting her and they don't like her, you sit down, you talk, you try to negotiate, nothing happening. You either pick up she tail out of there and carry she somewhere else. That's what it is, Yeah. Some of us, you see, it's a man and it's a man.
Yeah.
That's why I say in this world, it's a man and it's a boy, world. Right? If you have your wife or your madam or whoever and you realize it have a little rift, with all due respect, we sit down. I like to hold meeting. We sit down. Mommy, what's the problem with X? Daddy, what's the problem with Y? You understand what I'm saying? And if no, we cannot come to an agreement because everybody here is adults. It's no little children thing here again.
Yeah.
And if we can come to some understanding that respect, even though we don't, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you have to take shit up out of there and find somewhere to go. Because you going to subject your wife to be living under a roof with her no peace. Madness. That's just my 2 cents. Some people I need to go wild already. Voice note section. It's a voice note.
We have voice note, we have message board. So
Like,
we go to
let
the
that
message board first because that's where the message came through.
Right.
So we have Mrs. McCalman. Well, my in-laws are from Guyana. And the times I've been there, they treated me like family. We have and good relationship.
So
And
we
she
have
said,
two.
Yes. True, and she said, yes, peace is important.
Yeah, man, come on. If I had to pay her rent to get some peace, that is something. Could you that?
Voice notes.
Abby here, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Okay, Abby.
I agree with Lion when he said about having peace, and that was one of my problems living with him. I didn't have any peace.
Yes.
So, you start to get depressed and, you want to go somewhere, but
Negative.
due to kids, you can't really make that kind of move.
Yes.
And I don't want to be biased, but my mom, very lovely, she never intervened in my relationship problems unless I put her there. She would try to give me good, advice and whatever, but she's never involved herself in it where the in-laws have. And I think due to their involvement is what make the whole marriage, mash up. So the peace is the most important thing, and I agree with Lion.
Big up yourself, Abby from England. I'm strong.
So I'm seeing that we have a voice note. This looks like Miss Greenwich.
Miss Greenwich.
Good evening again. So I'm here to share my positive experience with my in-laws. I recently had a...
We holding on. It's coming true, man. It's coming true.
That's very soft.
Very, very soft. It started off really loud, man. Right? So we would have to...
Yeah, we have to come back to that.
We'd have to
voice.
come back to that one. Yes. We have Miss Greenwich. Miss Greenwich, it started off loud when it went soft. I don't know if you squeeze the button on the inside. Yes, but as we highlight in peace, in the relationship, peace holds the candle, the key, the center. So if the in-laws are disturbing the peace, then some decision must be made. Yes?
Yes, we'll try that again.
Good evening again. So I'm here to share my positive experience with my in-laws. I recently had a baby in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. He was born via C-section because of complications. Long story short, into my home, I realized that I couldn't care for myself, and my mother was unable to care for me because of her medical condition. And my mother-in-law took me in. She took me in and cared for me like her own child. And when I mean care, I mean real care, because my condition was bad. I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't move, and this woman really took me in. So that's my positive experience. I would say though that as soon as I could have moved, and too bad I was out of there, because I really...
I don't know why it keeps cutting off.
Right? She had to move out of there because... Yes. Right? So, she had to move out of there because she likes her own.
Yes.
Right? She likes her own. So in reality, it was a good experience. She was not able to handle certain things, and mommy-in-law took her in and cared for her. But as soon as things sharpen up, she was out. Because you need your own space. And it has happened. Yeah, some people need their own space. So we're going to the WhatsApp. We're going back to the WhatsApp. Right? And in the meantime, between time, people, you know how the weather going.
Yes.
Sometimes the sun and the rain, it come with it, how the thing go. So in the lounge, people burn team, and the topic is in-laws, hate it or love it. We went through the nice little point section. We heard from our members on the live, and we are going back to the WhatsApp in a short. In the comment section, feel free to place your good your bad, the indifferent in your in-law journey.
Yes.
Good afternoon, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live.
I don't know, I keep doing that.
Right? So
Yes.
we will be dealing with that according to suit. So people, we had a few good, we had about three pleasant experiences. We have Terrell good in-laws. We have Mrs. McCalman good in-laws. We have Mrs. Goodage.
Yes.
Or Miss Goodage. Right? Mommy took her in, make sure everything was nice.
Yeah.
And as soon as things go wild. So if you're now entering into the live, this is in-laws. Hate them or love them. Place your experiences in the comment section, and we have a WhatsApp comment section as well where you can leave your voice notes and you can call in as well.
Yes.
Yes?
Attention again.
Right? So we're going back to the WhatsApp section.
And hopefully it works.
Right? We're going back to the WhatsApp section.
I'm not here, I'm not going to some real problems. Yeah.
Right.
Real problems.
So people feel free in the comment section.
In the meantime, you're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Right?
Yes.
So we have heard and we have seen a lot of different situations. Right? So some people are happy with where they are.
Yes.
And some people may be needing to change the diaspora at some point. But the reality is peace. If where you are now you can have some semblance of peace, that is good. But if you want to have a long-lasting relationship
Yes.
where, you know, things could be moving along amicably because the in-laws play a role whether we like it or not. Right? Whether we like it or not. They could make a situation more stressful, or they could assist in mitigating some of the problems we see when we are in relationships. Yes?
Good afternoon, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live. But I think on the other hand, with
Yes.
in-laws, we have some men, right? Some of us men
Yeah.
still prefer, and I think this is what happens at times. We have men who think that, you know what, the best place to go and live is under mommy roof because I'm the only child.
Right.
You understand? So me, I had to worry about building a house to be away from my parents and things.
Right.
You understand? So they think the best thing to do is to go and live under my mother roof. Secondly, the daughters have a tendency to think, you know what, because the husband living in a board house and I is the only daughter and I have an inheritance in my
Yeah.
life, which is the house, I should go and live under my mother roof.
Yeah.
Wrong answer. Ain't doing that at all.
Yeah.
I think what in-laws needs to do is take a back seat and try to be
Really take a back
more
seat.
of a mediator between whatever disagreements they may be.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
take a back seat and see how it develops and
True.
then give your opinions and stuff. Don't always be quick to push him out where it doesn't belong. Because as one thing my grandma used to always say to me, she used to say, whatever you do, do meddle in husband and wife
Yes.
business. Because at the end of the day, they will quarrel with each other. And at the end of the night, they go and lie down and they're good to go.
Yeah, but big up Andy Miller on the live, man, for the contribution. We're going to the message board.
Yes.
Right? And before we even go to the message board, we go to the message board.
All
Yeah,
right.
Miss Bartholomew on the message
She
board.
said, I could understand that caring is different. I remember year before last, while in fever, my mother-in-law cared for me, making broth, ensuring that I was resting and not overdoing it.
But again, it's good to have people in your life that, you know, in-laws that would assist in times of stress and trouble. But fellas, ladies, I know there's burn team, so you know me. I behave myself. I behave myself for the last two lives. Chica, is not true. I behave myself for the last lesson. I'm going to be brutally honest now. Remember, I give all the other time. I give all the a couple minutes, a couple hours in some, you know what I mean? So now I am going to be brutally honest. So all who knows me knows that I just be brutally honest. If a man and a woman, right, is mature enough to go in front of the pastor or the pundit or the whoever, the imam, whoever, the red house, and make vows and become one legally, eh? At some point, the man and the woman have to sit down and plan the future. Now, this is me, right? Whatever the woman has or the man has or the in-laws have planned for the offspring. So let's say the house is the son owned when mommy pass away or daddy pass away, right?
Yeah.
Or the property or the house where you're at is the daughter owned when mommy and daddy, right? So all the that kind of way. At some point, if you all are mature to get married and you have kids, it had to have a thought in your mind that, oh, they have a house all your own. No, I'm being brutally honest. I am being brutally honest because at the end of the day, it's two adults now, it's not.
Yeah.
And if there are no plans to get your own, when you have your own and mommy and daddy pass away, that is our next property. Right? You try to understand people who are married. Right? People who are married with children. At some point, they must have a family meeting, your partner and yourself must sit down and discuss what are our plans to get our own property. Whatever mommy leave for me, we go deal with that when that time comes. Whatever daddy leave for you, we will deal with that when that time comes. But I not staying there with children and as a unit, a family unit, not putting things in place. Because if I have a son or a daughter or sons and daughter, in some future down the road, I expecting them to live back in my mother and father house because they need to understand that a man and woman must have their own. Blessed are them that have their own, because today or tomorrow, mommy or daddy could change the will.
Exactly.
This is reality, you know. I have a friend, the mother changed the will, you know. When they realize you're staying with a man, the will change. No property, no nothing. So we had to be real now. I was behaving, but I'm being blunt now. People who are in relationships, long-term relationships, marriage, partnership, whatever you call it, right? And you're in a house that we say, mommy, daddy own. It have nothing to do with all your partnership, you know.
Yeah.
That way the mother and daddy work and provide for themselves. At some point, the man and the woman, husband and the wife, have to hold their own family meeting and decide now what plans we have to make so that we have a piece of property for ourselves within our marriage. Or union, or I know it's a different word, or let forgive me, I know it's all kind of thing, union and partnership, and you know, we went on all this thing. But
you want something.
It have no way I go in and be married 20 years. Because then we didn't have no foresight.
Yes.
These siblings have nothing to do with it.
No, what she's saying.
What I'm saying is, I am not, listen, people that don't understand me, you know. Understand what I'm saying. I'm not parking myself because I try to block my brother and sister. I tell all you, I was behaving myself.
Yeah, but yeah, really coming.
What I'm saying is that my reality is, Julie, big up yourself, Caroline. Right? My reality is, you are with a person, whether it be relationship, whether it be marriage, children involved and that kind of thing, and we are right beyond that roof, we are paying our rent. At some point, we have to have this meeting, you know. And the longer we take, the harder it's going to be. The longer you take, the harder, because mortgage high, land high, we shop it on double deep vibration looking for ticket. If we tell already the prices of these things, the down payment you have to pay. So I think, you know, this is me. You get into that kind of relationship, that's supposed to be part of the conversation year one. Julie, the topic is in-laws, hate them or love them. Place your comments in the comment section or in the WhatsApp section. So I know you're late. Chika, from the first year of marriage, this is supposed to be the conversation. That honeymoon and honeymoon is how we the piece of land is and how we going to get it. Because it's a churn involved. I not packing myself by no in-law for 5 years. You gotta be, you know me. I is a blunt instrument. Right? At some point, now it's burn team, so you know we had a points of view. So I listen to everybody's points of view. Yeah. Right? But anything serious, fellas, ladies. And we are shopping for no property. No man. We are adults. We is youths. Chika, no, let me be, I mean, we don't do any people business. People they go like this part of the drive. We don't do the people business. We make how much take, we enjoy it, we sell. Mommy here and we grown and all kind of thing. Now you know what I saying? At some point, it must be in the planning. We shopping, we looking for property. Hey, look at our piece of land here selling for X. Let me take it. We staying on that mommy. Let me take it and we looking to build peace. So passing the marriage, we don't have a whole house. What kind of conversations we as adults really having when coming to future, especially now in this time and with children involved? What we really doing? So the topic is
in-laws.
Hate them or love them. Right?
Yes.
Message board.
Going to the message board. So we know Lion just got really extremely hot there. And was on a serious role. So message board. So
that role wasn't serious. That was not a good role.
Yes.
Why drink it?
Right. So a lot of persons were agreeing with getting your own home. Right. And Mrs. McCalman, she was saying, and you know, in terms of getting your own, this is why you should get your own home, because you will have other siblings. So who gets in the one house? That's why you have to get your own. And Julie is saying, all my mother-in-laws were nice. Only one father-in-law was wicked.
So Julie, feel free to share your experience with that wicked father-in-law, because we never had a wicked father-in-law.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of times people, and basically when you become an adult, you're not supposed to be hoping to get something. Plan for your own self. Don't hope to get, because it is true. A parent might say, well, this portion is for this one, this portion. No. You have to have your own. And now, for all those who banking, people living long these days. So you see the set who say that's how they have things planned here? And you sitting waiting. No, that's not adult behavior. You sitting waiting.
For them to dead.
And they're living and they be like, so this person is dying yet? It's so long they're living? No. You plan, and even to sometimes before you even get married, because they know you will have that intention of getting married, if you're engaged or whatever the case is, you're supposed to know what it is you want to do together. You will have plans even before. Here what we went and say here for you done planning, you know, if it is you know you're going to get married, some people are already planning in advance. We just saying here this amount of time, max.
So I'm going and play devil's advocate here now, before we mash up the place.
Before Lion mash up the place, because Lion get real hot day.
Now think about this. Listen to what I just say. Imagine you have a boyfriend. All you're going down. Girlfriend, all you're going down nice. And that is all your head. Let me just put it out there. Forget all the marriage and this one and you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. That is the head, the pushing, right? Let me think about this. Serious things here, fellas. This for the young people. This for all who, now getting into the thing. This is the head you're pushing. Okay? You all purchase a property under the legalities of, right? The deed could be half and half. Even if you and that person break up, you have a half of a property to walk away from a relationship with. Now think about if they do that with every ex you had. No, listen right there. No. Let me boil this thing down. Big business. Or let me talking business now. Your boy. Think about this now. Let me run through your ex. Let me say you had 5 ex. 5 exes, right? You had 5 men in your life, or you had 5 women in your life. And this was the head you and that person pushing. Half and half is one. Half and half is one. 2.5 properties you have by man 5. Owning.
Talking about in-laws. Let's go to the
I just say
WhatsApp.
I'm just saying, think about the returns. Let's go to the WhatsApp.
Yes.
Oh God, we're gonna wrap up now. We wrap it up now, people. Before the WhatsApp call. So let's think about that for me. Remember the head of the 2 people. Imagine only pushing that kind of head.
Yes.
Think about that. Or they just dealing, and die the head only pushing. Think about that. How profitable it would be to both of you all, Yeah, whatever decided done.
Yes.
Both are all here, walking away from a relationship, smiling. Or they could take that model sweet, trust me.
Good afternoon, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live. Big brother, I agree with you 100%. Blessed is the child that has his or her own. At the end of the day, it gives your relationship, be that, as you rightfully said, if people are mature enough to go before the pundit or the priest or whoever and get married, you should be mature enough to realize that, you know what, I need to have my own, right? And don't depend on your parents, right, for what they're leaving behind. Because at the end of the day, they work hard and they accomplish that. It's time enough that some of us, if not all of us, as men and women, get our lazy laurels up and learn to accomplish something within a relationship. It gives you a sense of self-worth. It gives you a sense of accomplishment that you and your husband or you and your wife accomplish something in the relationship. Therefore, for me, if you all don't accomplish anything together, it means that the relationship just, it's of no use.
Now, all it take my model in that this is a good model. All it is a good business model. Natty, all it is good business model. Now think about this.
You hear, see the message board? Mrs. McCallman is saying, because when I walk in away, I sell in my half because I do not want nothing tying me.
Hello, I said it had no tie. It had no tie. That is ownership. That is not no tie. When it sell cash in your pocket, leave it, let the value go up. Listen to what I said. Before we go to the voice note, listen to what I said. Listen, all you're selling that at the top of the market, you're not, listen, that is woman problem. When you and a person get into thing, or there's too much emotion in this thing, Mrs. McCallman, think about this. All you're done, blessings. You have a whole property. All you have to wait on is when the market high, then you sell it for the highest price. Not just because all you're done, you don't want no ties. That move along thing, that's a business.
This is another life. Business and relationship.
You want to say it all there. Think about this. All you have 4x. Imagine the value you would have if every X you had, all you had that is the mind I'm talking about. All now so, all you laughing in COVID. All you sailing on the yacht and thing.
They're not even allowed on the ocean. But we understand.
Moving on to the voice note.
Voice notes. We have plenty. We have quite a number of voice notes.
Over here, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
I like that.
I was was fortunate that when I got married, we had a house as a wedding present, which was lovely. And it was a start of our own family,
A whole house?
which was nice.
In England?
But again, due to in-laws and to save my sanity, I have to leave all that behind and start my fresh. So I mean, you would have people planning. You might sit down and plan and get your house and get a land, but it was already provided for us, due for us to have a fresh start in life, you know, an easier start in life, I should say. But you know, due to the in-laws,
A whole house, you said?
it was.
In England. A whole house in England. Yeah? So, who was the, who name the deal was on? Could I check with you? Could I check with you for that? Yeah. So, I mean, Abby, yeah, nice vibration. It was nice that Abby got a whole house as a wedding present.
Yes, and she have another voice note as well.
A whole house in England. 55,000 square feet. That's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
Big up yourself.
Fred, we have more voice notes.
I'll be here and you're watching Real Talk Live. Now, Lion, I understand what you're saying. And as a woman, you know, we want we have.
Yes.
But due to my upbringing, I walk with nothing but just the clothes on my back and my kids. What I purchase, what I've gained. My lawyer did say, oh, you could get half of that, you could get some in this. But due to my upbringing,
Right.
if I ain't add to it, I cannot take away from it.
Right.
And that is what happened. And I think I'm living my best life.
Nice.
I didn't need his stuff to start over, you know.
Right.
It could have, but it just didn't.
Nice vibes. And yes, I mean, that mean mommy or daddy bought the house or whatever is the case.
Yeah.
What Rasta is saying is that keep that head in all your relationships. I mean, both of you all would have been contributing to the property, and then when things go sour, you bust it in half, and you put your cash in your pocket, and your pocket big so after the breakup. Found at that time.
Right.
You go into the message board?
We went to the voice notes.
Voice notes again, man.
Hi, good day, guys. Julie here. So,
Hey.
my experience with my in-laws. Well, how to start? When it is I moved out of my mother house, I
First
went to
time I
live
drink
with
all this
my
What?
boyfriend, who became my husband, in his mother's house for 5 years. After that 5 years, we came back in my mother house, and
Oh.
in my mother house it was very different because there was nothing like sex.
What?
He slept in a different room from me, and we never used to sneak out and say we meeting on it. No, it had none of that. We used to be in my mother's rooms. But while we were in his mother's house, we were building our own house, and we just had a little falling out where I left his mother house and came back home to my mother house, and he followed me there, and we continued to build.
Right.
Long story short, we didn't stay in my mother's house long. We moved into ours. His father wanted grandchildren, but here the wicked part about it. My husband have older brothers
Right.
and a younger brother who didn't have any children, and they were in relationship way longer than me and my husband. But I was the one being pressured. So with all of that, long story short, my father-in-law introduced my husband to his neighbor.
Oh my.
Well, as I said, she knew him before. And well, when it is they were going to Lime, she was the companion. So she used to be Lime with my father-in-law and my husband. And then he come in by me to eat and drink normal, that bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, Julie. So it looks like the father-in-law encouraged the son into, you know, going the other way. I mean, that's his choice. I wouldn't blame the father-in-law per se. I would blame the guy.
Yeah.
Right? Anyhow you take it. Daddy could tell me what he wants, but it's up to me to decide the road I traveling. Yeah? So people, it was really, really nice. It was very
And up on a
informative.
very, very hot note there.
Hot and sweaty. Yeah, so let's tell us what is the next Shanaka, you had a suggestion for the next Real Talk Live, which is on a Friday night. Shanaka, send the voice note of your suggestion. You told us it in the aerobics yesterday morning. What is the suggestion for the next Real Talk Live? I don't know how I do that up there.
And how we keeping it PG?
I can keep anything PG. Suggestions, people, for the Real Talk Live on a Friday night, which is at 7 p.m. Abby, yes, girl, Abby. Abby, I should have been around them time. We'd have cut up that thing half quarter. You're walking away with something, girl. Yeah. So, people, suggestions. Shamika, suggestions. We're waiting. Abby, give us a suggestion for the next Real Talk Live Friday night. We're waiting. Quickly on it. Well, yeah. If this Real Talk Live, I go be in the back.
Hi, good night, it's Shanaka. Mrs. McCalman, and you're watching Real Talk Live. Well, the next topic I would like to hear is, different sexual positions, Kama Sutra. You want to get into that hot topic, you don't know.
Oh my gosh. So we have another voice note.
Oh my word.
Hey, big brother. Question. Well, topic for the next live. Will you device with a microphone into your boyfriend's car or your girlfriend's car just to find out if they're cheating?
Interesting.
I feel like we should have added that in yesterday, you know. Yeah. So,
Adi,
what are you all for?
The topic is Kama Sutra. The art of love.
I think I'll be saying OMG. Nice topic.
Hey, so what we would do is that we will not say positions. The Kama Sutra. We really going and talk about Kama Sutra. The art of making love.
Alright.
So we have a whole auto book to read. Well, I read the auto book already. Anyway, Chika have a whole book to read. Right?
Yeah, I have a whole book to read.
So for the Real Talk Live on a Friday night, this Friday, 7 p.m. Kama Sutra. All for Kama Sutra, put some hearts or sensors on our voice note so we can wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
And what we say? Abby say? What Abby say? What Abby say? Julie. Julie the message board.
Message board. Abby saying we need more love. Julie say, like Abby, mine is almost the same. We just got land to put our house on, and due to us separating, I had to move out because it was my father-in-law's land.
That's my point. That's my point. The head is that whenever you all have whatever dealings, the deed would be on both of your names.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So you see, no, that is the issue with us. We don't gift anything anymore in this world. Right? So think about you pick up a little man, you pick up a little girlfriend, two all your ambitious, have a little sense. Because right now the thing hard. We have to understand that the thing rough and I go get more rough. Love or no love. Hear what we say. That could add to a relationship. Because that might actually keep you in the relationship. That might actually, I have this invested. No. That makes your relationship, we talked yesterday, more valuable. So he ain't studying to hone, you know, or he ain't studying to, you know what I mean?
Next thing he decide, hey, I might lose this whole thing.
He ain't gonna lose it because the deed could be on both on the name.
Well,
But
yeah.
he would find that it is more profitable,
To
it's
remain.
more valuable. Why I going and waste my time here when
Yeah.
here have this? And that's the issue, you know.
And the thing about people is always finding the grass looking greener on the other
It
side.
can't look on the other side if
Right?
the property worth
Make sure
500,000.
you water the grass. Keep watering yours, and this is not voice notes.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. You're watching Real Talk Live. Buddha be praised. We good with that one, big brother. We good with that for sure.
Miss Garcia. Look, Garcia. You?
Late. Real late.
Late like that. So here what I tell you, you have to look over the live. But I'm telling you, for Friday night, 7 p.m., the topic is Kama Sutra.
And Mrs. McCalman can't wait. Make sure you're on it.
This topic, Carol Macallan.
Go nowhere.
We are going to go through the art of Kama Sutra, where it originated from, what is the meaning of Kama Sutra and why it was created, the reason why it was invented, and from the royal aspect of the situation. I have already gone through the I just rock back in a 45. So, she can have what to do, right? Yes. So, we would understand the meaning of it, why it was made, and why it is still so powerful and sought after in this day and age. Guys, if you understand Kama Sutra, it would assist you, because we spoke about the ladies talking about the bedroom business lacking. So this would give us a little insight into how to enhance, how to upgrade, and how to get the thing going real nice.
Boys, now before we go.
Yes, Lan, truly, yeah, again. Everything was on our names, right?
Right.
And when it is, my husband did all his shit and everything and went in the open, they went fast and changed up everything. Like if it is, I was never in the picture. So that's what went on there. But God to sleep. Now he can't even live in the house, and the whole house there, upstairs and downstairs, 5 bedrooms. Right. Nobody nothing it is threatening them. So that's therefore, that's for the wicked minds.
You should have checked Rasta. Now what they did was a deed of love and comfort. And anybody who did a deed of love and comfort, like if I have let's say my daughter, right, she have she ready to marry, and I decide that I'm gonna give my daughter, a piece of whatever I have to build something because she's in trouble with getting somewhere to stay. I would do a deed of love and comfort to my child. Even though she has a husband, his name will be there because they will be married. I am the person who can now alter that deed at any time. Listen again, let's say I have 4 acres and I give my daughter 1 acre, do a deed of love and comfort for her to do her thing, get she loan to build whatever, so that it will be the legalities. His name will be part and parcel on it because they are married. The day he play mad, pussy truth. And that is what they do here. So I'm saying to you guys now, when you're getting yourself involved in the reality, the deed must be held in 2 parts, 2 persons' name on the deed, straight. When family is given, they always have protection. A person not gonna give gift land without a clause, I'm telling you. Right? Especially if it's the son or the daughter, and then they're looking to protect the property in case you just go in to get something to leave.
Yeah.
Right? So nobody is doing that. As I say, Julie, get your own thing, your own deed, your own, so nobody can come and out your light in the end.
Exactly.
So the topic for Friday. The topic for the next Real Talk Live on a Friday, 7 p.m. I want to make sure and be there. Kama Sutra. Big up Mrs. McCallan. I can see the topic. I can see what's going on
Friday.
But we're going to do it in a way that it is educational and fun. So it's your boy Lion.
And a girl chicken tree.
All we go on Friday. We go on.